Begin tonight with a follow-up to an intense standoff in Saraland last night, which ended peacefully. Authorities say a man barricading himself inside his home, firing at deputies throughout the night. Fox 10 News reporter Ashlyn Mitchell joins us live in studio with the follow-up. Ashlyn, you went back out to the neighborhood today. You spoke with someone who lives in the area.
Yeah, I did, Lee, and that resident says normally her area in Saraland is pretty peaceful, and she's never seen anything like this. Now she says throughout the night she heard gunshots and smelled tear gas, but she's relieved that she and her neighbors are safe.
You can smell the tear gas. The tear gas sounds like gunshots when it goes off, but it makes a big boom. I didn't want my house shot up.
Police tape and broken windows. This is the aftermath of an almost 8-hour-long standoff in Saraland Friday night. All of this happening at the intersection of Cleveland Road and McCoo Avenue. One resident who wants to remain anonymous says it was a stressful night.
We came home about a little before 2, showered, went and got something to eat, and we came back and we couldn't get home. We heard gunfire. We got maybe 4 houses down from our house. That was probably about 6 or so.
Fox 10's Ariel Mallory was the first on scene. As she was interviewing Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch, shots were being fired.
Witnesses on the street have been telling me that this is not.
Sheriff Birch says deputies were called out to the house on a probate pickup order. Investigators say the suspect, Christopher Cavett, barricaded himself in his home and opened fire on deputies several times.
Requested by Saraland PD and stemming from a domestic situation. And there have been threats to law enforcement. Neighbors have complained about him just walking out in the yard, in the backyard, front yard, shooting.
The resident we spoke to says Cavett started acting erratically a couple weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago, he started shooting up in the air. Sounded like a .22 one time, sounded like a shotgun, and he would just shoot straight up in the air. About 1 or 2 in the morning. So we would call Saraland and get them to come out, and they would come out and tell him to stop. Next night he'd do the same thing. Other neighbors would call.
She says her greatest fear that someone passing through the area would get shot.
The Saraland Elementary School is right down the street. You have Shiloh Baptist Church who has homeschools. And then you also have the Methodist Church that has a daycare right here. And this is the thoroughfare for all the ambulances, all the police cars, and all the school buses. Kids walk home too.
During the standoff, deputies tried to negotiate with Cavett to come out peacefully.
We've deployed an enormous amount of gas in order to flush him out. I've never seen anyone take this amount of gas, without any kind of protection. He appeared to be extremely intoxicated.
Sheriff Birch says eventually they got Cavett out and no one was hurt in the process.
Anytime we don't have to, take action, by firing at someone, it is better.
Meanwhile, residents also breathing a sigh of relief.
I don't want him back because I don't know what he will do. I think they did an excellent job. Nobody got hurt, nobody got shot. And even though it took that long length of time, at least no lives were lost.
Now we still don't know what charges Cavett will face, as that'll be up to probate court. However, we do know he was evaluated by medical personnel after the standoff and taken into custody in a probate facility. We'll keep you updated as we learn more on air and online. Reporting live in studio, Ashlyn Mitchell, Fox 10 News.